Honey, let me tell you how my sister stole my fiancé. And 5 years later, on my wedding day, she showed up with tears streaming down her face, begging me for help in front of all my guests. That woman, the same woman who ran away with my fiancé 6 months before my wedding, the same woman who told me I'd never be as beautiful or worthy as her, was now standing in front of me with a baby on her hip, homeless, broke, and begging me to give her a chance. And you know what I told her? Everyone thought I'd feel sorry for her, thought I'd forgive my sister and help her out. But honey, that day, my wedding day, the day I was marrying the man of my dreams, I looked at my sister and said, no. Just one word, no. And her face, that broken face, it was sweeter than any wedding cake I'd ever tasted. Now, sit back, because this story starts 5 years earlier, and trust me, you need to hear every single detail. Part 1. The Perfect Couple. 5 years ago, I was 28 years old and engaged to a man named Derek. Derek Mitchell. 6 feet tall, athletic build, charming smile, successful career as a financial analyst. We'd been together for 3 years, engaged for 6 months, and planning the wedding of my dreams. I met Derek at a friend's barbecue. We hit it off immediately. He was funny, attentive, ambitious. He opened doors for me, remembered little things I mentioned in passing, planned thoughtful dates. After a year of dating, I knew he was the one. When he proposed, it was perfect. He took me to the beach where we'd had our first date, got down on one knee at sunset, and pulled out a beautiful diamond ring. I said yes before he even finished asking. I was so happy I cried. We started planning the wedding right away. I'd always dreamed of a big wedding. White dress, flowers everywhere, all my family and friends celebrating with us. We set a date for June. Booked a beautiful venue by the lake. Hired a photographer, a DJ, a caterer. Everything was falling into place. My family was thrilled. My parents loved Derek. My younger sister Vanessa seemed happy for me too. She was 25 at the time, working as a receptionist at a dental office, still living at home with our parents. She'd always been a bit jealous of me. I was the one who went to college, got the good job, found the good man, but I thought she was genuinely happy for me this time. I was wrong. Vanessa started coming around more often after I got engaged. She dropped by my apartment unannounced, always when Derek was there. She'd dress up, do her makeup, laugh a little too loud at Derek's jokes. I noticed, but I told myself I was being paranoid. She was my sister, my baby sister. She wouldn't do that to me. But she would. And she did. Part 2. The Betrayal. It was 4 months before the wedding. Everything was paid for. Everything was ready. My dress was hanging in my closet. Alterations done. The invitations had been sent out. My bachelorette party was planned. Derek had been acting strange for a few weeks. Distant. Always on his phone. Working late more often. When I'd ask what was wrong, he'd say he was stressed about work, about the wedding expenses, about becoming a husband. I believed him. I trusted him. One Saturday afternoon, I came home from a dress fitting with my bridesmaids. I was in such a good mood. Talking about how perfect everything was going to be, I walked into my apartment and found a note on the kitchen counter. In Derek's handwriting. Eve, I'm so sorry. I can't marry you. I've fallen in love with someone else. I know this is the worst possible timing, but I can't live a lie. I'm leaving. Please don't try to contact me. Derek. I read that note 3 times before it sank in. He was leaving me, 4 months before our wedding, for someone else. I called him immediately. It went straight to voicemail. I called again and again, nothing. I called my mother, crying so hard I could barely speak. She rushed over with my father. They read the note. My mother held me while I sobbed. My father was furious, ready to hunt Derek down. "Who is it?" my mother asked. "Who did he leave you for?" "I don't know," I cried. "He didn't say." But I found out the next day. My cousin Angela called me. Her voice was hesitant, careful. "Eve, tell me something. I saw Derek yesterday. At the airport. He was with someone." My stomach dropped. "Who?" "Vanessa. He was with Vanessa. They were holding hands, Eve. They were getting on a plane together." I felt like I'd been punched in the gut. My sister. My own sister. I called Vanessa's phone. It was off. I drove to my parents' house. Vanessa's room was empty. She'd planned this. They'd both planned this. My mother called Vanessa's phone over and over. Finally, hours later, Vanessa answered. "Mom, I can't talk right now." "Where are you?" my mother demanded. "What have you done?" There was silence. Then Vanessa's voice, quiet but defiant. "I'm with Derek. We're together now. I'm sorry, but we fell in love. These things happen." These things happen. Like falling in love with your sister's fiancé was just an accident. Just one of those things. "How could you?" my mother asked. I was standing right there, listening on speakerphone, tears streaming down my face. "How could you do this to your sister?" "She'll get over it," Vanessa said. There was no remorse in her voice, just cold certainty. "Derek and I are meant to be together. She'll understand eventually." "Where are you?" my mother asked again. "We're starting over, somewhere new. Don't try to find us. We just want to be happy." And she hung up. Part 3. The Aftermath. The next few weeks were the darkest of my life. I had to cancel the wedding, had to call all the guests, return gifts, lose deposits on vendors who wouldn't refund them, had to tell everyone that my fiancé had run off with my sister. The humiliation was unbearable. People looked at me with pity, whispered behind my back. Some blamed me, said I must have done something wrong, must have driven Derek away. Others blamed Vanessa, called her a homewrecker, a terrible sister, a heartless woman. But the blame didn't make me feel better. Nothing made me feel better. I took a week off work, couldn't function, couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. Just laid in bed, staring at the ceiling, replaying every moment, every interaction, looking for signs I'd missed. And there were signs. So many signs. The way Vanessa always touched Derek's arm when she talked to him. The way she'd ask him questions about himself, lean in close when he answered. The way Derek's eyes would linger on her just a little too long. The way they both volunteered to go pick up food together or run an errand together. I'd seen it all. I just hadn't wanted to believe it. My parents were devastated. My mother cried for days. My father was so angry he couldn't talk about it without his blood pressure spiking. They'd lost a daughter that day. That's what my mother said. I don't have 2 daughters anymore. I only have 1. Vanessa didn't call, didn't write, didn't apologize. She just disappeared with Derek, and that was that. After 2 weeks of wallowing, I made a decision. I wasn't going to let this destroy me. I wasn't going to be the sad, pathetic woman whose sister stole her man. I was going to rebuild my life, and I was going to make it better than it ever was before. Part 4. The Comeback. I threw myself into work. I was an accountant at a mid-sized firm, good at my job, but not particularly ambitious. But now I had something to prove. I started working longer hours, taking on bigger clients, volunteering for projects nobody else wanted. Within 6 months, I got promoted. Within a year, I got promoted again. Within 2 years, I was made senior accountant with a substantial raise. I took care of myself too. Started going to the gym every morning before work. Lost 20 pounds. Got stronger, healthier, more confident. Changed my wardrobe. Updated my hairstyle. Learned to do my makeup properly. Not for anyone else, for me. I went to therapy. Dealt with the betrayal, the trust issues, the self-esteem problems that came from being left for your own sister. My therapist helped me understand that what happened wasn't about me. It was about them. About their selfishness, their weakness, their betrayal. I started dating again after a year. Nothing serious at first, just putting myself out there. I went on bad dates, mediocre dates, and a few good dates. I learned what I wanted, what I deserved, what I wouldn't tolerate. And then, 2 years after Derek left, I met Marcus Thompson. A surgeon, kind, genuine, emotionally intelligent. He was nothing like Derek. Where Derek was flashy and charming, Marcus was steady and sincere. Where Derek made grand gestures, Marcus showed love through consistent actions. Marcus knew my story. I told him on our 3rd date, figuring if he was going to run, better to find out early, but he didn't run. He listened, held my hand, and said, "Their loss, my gain." We dated for a year before he proposed. It was simple, just us, at his apartment, after cooking dinner together. He got down on one knee in his kitchen and said, "Eve, you're the strongest, smartest, most beautiful woman I've ever met. I want to spend the rest of my life proving that you made the right choice in saying yes. Will you marry me?" I said yes. And this time, I knew it was right. This time, I knew it was real. Part 5. The Wedding Day. My wedding to Marcus was scheduled for a Saturday in October, exactly 5 years after Derek left me. I'd chosen that timing deliberately, a full circle moment, a reclaiming of my story. The venue was beautiful, a historic mansion with gardens and a fountain. My dress was stunning, elegant, expensive, everything I'd dreamed of. My bridesmaids were my closest friends, women who'd supported me through the darkest time of my life. My parents were there, beaming with pride. They loved Marcus. He treated them with respect, called my father Sir, helped my mother in the kitchen when he came for dinner. He was everything Derek had pretended to be. The ceremony was scheduled for 4 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, I was in the bridal suite getting my hair and makeup done, laughing with my bridesmaids, feeling genuinely happy. Then my maid of honor, Jessica, came into the room with a strange look on her face. "Eve, there's someone here. Someone who says she's your sister." My stomach dropped. What? A woman showed up at the gate. She has a baby with her. She's asking to see you. She says it's urgent. I stood up, my heart pounding. Vanessa. After 5 years of silence, she was here, on my wedding day. "Tell her to leave," I said. "She won't. She's crying. She says she needs to talk to you. She says it's important." Part of me wanted to hide, to pretend she wasn't there. But another part of me, the stronger part, the part that had rebuilt my life from ashes, wanted to face her, wanted to look her in the eye and show her exactly what she'd lost. "Bring her in," I said, "but only for 5 minutes." Jessica hesitated. "Are you sure?" "I'm sure." Part 6. The Confrontation. Vanessa walked into the bridal suite looking nothing like the sister I remembered. She was thin, too thin. Her hair was stringy and unwashed. Her clothes were worn and ill-fitting. She had dark circles under her eyes and a baby on her hip, a little girl, maybe 6 months old, crying softly. She stopped when she saw me, her eyes filled with tears. "Eve," she whispered, "you look beautiful." I didn't respond. Just stood there in my wedding dress, arms crossed, waiting. "I know I have no right to be here," Vanessa continued. Her voice was shaking. "I know what I did was unforgivable, but I'm desperate. I need help." "Where's Derek?" I asked coldly. Vanessa's face crumpled. "He left 6 months ago, left me and the baby, just walked out one day and never came back. I tried calling him, but he blocked my number. I went to his job, but they said he quit. He's just gone." Karma. The word echoed in my mind, but I kept my face neutral. "We lost everything," Vanessa continued. "Derek quit his job to start a business, but it failed. We lost all our savings, couldn't pay rent, got evicted. I've been staying at a shelter, but they can only keep us for 30 days. I have nowhere to go, no money, no job. I can't take care of Lily by myself." "Why are you here?" I asked. "Because you're my sister. Because I know you have a good heart. Because I'm begging you to have me. Just temporary. Just until I get back on my feet. Please, Eve. I'm sorry for what I did. I'm so sorry." My bridesmaids were watching this exchange with wide eyes. Jessica had her hand over her mouth. My mother had come into the room and was standing in the corner, tears streaming down her face. I looked at Vanessa, at this woman who'd betrayed me in the worst possible way, who'd stolen my fiancé, destroyed my wedding, humiliated me in front of everyone I knew. "No," I said simply. Vanessa blinked. "What?" "No, I'm not helping you." "Eve, please!" "You made your choice 5 years ago," I said. My voice was calm, steady. "You chose Derek over your family, over me. You said I'd get over it. You said you deserve to be happy. Well, now it's my turn to be happy, and I'm not going to let you ruin another one of my wedding days." "I have a baby," Vanessa's voice rose. "Your niece. Are you really going to turn your back on an innocent child?" "That child is not my responsibility. She's yours. You made the choices that led to this situation. Now you have to live with them." My mother stepped forward. "Eve?" "No, Mama." I turned to her. "I know you want to help her. I know she's your daughter too, but I can't. I won't. What she did to me was unforgivable. And she's only here now because she needs something from me. Not because she's sorry. Not because she wants to make amends. Because she's desperate." I turned back to Vanessa. "You told me I wasn't as beautiful as you. You told Derek I wasn't worth staying for. You destroyed my life and didn't look back. And now you want me to save yours? No. Go to a church. Go to social services. Go to Derek's family, but don't come to me." Vanessa was sobbing now. "I was wrong. I know I was wrong. I was jealous and stupid and selfish. But I've paid for it. Haven't I paid enough?" "I don't know," I said honestly. "Maybe you have. Maybe you haven't. But either way, it's not my problem anymore. You need to leave now. I have a wedding to get to." Jessica gently took Vanessa's arm. "Come on, let's go." Vanessa looked at me one last time. "I hope someday you can forgive me." "Maybe someday I will," I said, "but not today. Not on my wedding day. Today is about me and Marcus and the life we're building together. A life that doesn't include you." Security escorted Vanessa out. I watched her go, holding that baby, shoulders shaking with sobs, and I felt nothing. No guilt, no sadness, just relief that she was gone. Part 7. The ceremony. My mother stayed behind after Vanessa left. She was crying. Eve, I understand why you said no. I do. But she's still your sister. That baby is still your niece. Mama, if you want to help her. But I can't. I won't. My mother nodded slowly. I know. I just wish things were different. So do I. But they're not. And I can't change that. My mother hugged me. I'm proud of you, baby. You've come so far. You've built such a beautiful life. Don't let her take that away from you. I won't. She left to go back to her seat. Jessica helped me touch up my makeup. I'd cried a little during the confrontation with Vanessa, and my mascara had smudged. Are you okay? Jessica asked softly. I'm perfect, I said, and I meant it. The ceremony was beautiful. I walked down the aisle on my father's arm, looking at Marcus waiting for me at the altar, and I felt nothing but joy. Pure, uncomplicated joy. We said our vows. We exchanged rings. We kissed while everyone cheered. And when I turned to walk back down the aisle as Mrs. Thompson, I saw my mother in the front row, beaming with pride. The reception was everything I'd dreamed of. Good food, good music, good people. Marcus and I danced our first dance to Al Green, and I felt like I was floating. During dinner, my father stood up to give a toast. He talked about how proud he was of me, how I'd overcome adversity, how I'd built a life of strength and dignity. He has taught me that betrayal doesn't have to break you, he said. It can make you stronger, and she's proof of that. Everyone clapped. Marcus squeezed my hand under the table. Later that night, as we were cutting the cake, Jessica pulled me aside. I need to tell you something, she said, after Vanessa left. I saw her in the parking lot. Your mother went to talk to her. My chest tightened. What did she say? I couldn't hear everything, but I heard your mother give her some money. Not a lot, but something. And I heard her give Vanessa the number for a women's shelter that helps single mothers. But she also told Vanessa not to come back, not to contact you again, that she'd lost the right to be your sister. I felt tears prick my eyes. My mother had helped Vanessa, but she'd also protected me. That was the kind of love I needed. Thank you for telling me, I said. Are you okay with it? Your mom helping her? Yeah, I said. I am. That baby didn't do anything wrong. And my mom needs to do what she needs to do. But I meant what I said. Vanessa is not my problem anymore. Epilogue. 5 years later. It's been 5 years since my wedding. 5 years since I told Vanessa no. 5 years of building a beautiful life with Marcus. We have a son now, Julian. He's 3 years old, smart and funny, and the light of our lives. We bought a house with a big backyard. I got promoted to director at my firm. Marcus became chief of surgery at his hospital. We travel, we laugh, we're happy. I heard through the family grapevine what happened to Vanessa. My mother keeps loose tabs on her, though she respects my boundary and doesn't tell me unless I ask. Vanessa eventually got back on her feet, got a job, got her own apartment. She's raising her daughter as a single mother. It's not easy, but she's managing. My mother helps her occasionally. A little money here and there, babysitting once in a while. But Vanessa knows better than to ask for more. Derek? Nobody knows where he is. He disappeared completely. Vanessa tried to get child support, but she couldn't find him to serve him papers. He's just gone. Probably started over somewhere else with someone else. That's what men like that do. As for me and Vanessa, we've never spoken since my wedding day. I see pictures sometimes. My mother shows me photos of my niece, now 5 years old, a cute little girl who looks like Vanessa. I feel nothing, no connection, no curiosity. She's a stranger's child to me. Some people think I'm cold, that I should have forgiven my sister, that family is family, and you're supposed to help them no matter what. But I disagree. I think forgiveness is earned, not given freely. And I think sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is cut out the people who hurt you, even if they share your blood. What Vanessa did wasn't just about stealing my fiancé. It was about betraying my trust, destroying my confidence, humiliating me publicly, and then disappearing without remorse. She only came back when she needed something from me. That's not love. That's not family. That's just selfishness. So no, I don't regret telling her no. Not for a second. Because that day, on my wedding day, I chose myself. I chose my peace. I chose my happiness. And I've never looked back. Today, Marcus and I are planning our 10th anniversary trip. We're thinking Paris, maybe Rome, somewhere romantic where we can celebrate a decade of real love, real partnership, real loyalty. My parents are watching Julian while we're gone. They're thrilled. My mother adores being a grandmother. My father teaches Julian chess and tells him stories about the old days. This is my life now. A good life. A full life. A life I built from the ashes of betrayal. And you know what the best part is? I don't wonder what would have happened if I'd married Derek. I don't miss him. I don't think about him. Because the truth is, losing him was the best thing that ever happened to me. If he hadn't left, I never would have met Marcus. I never would have become the strong, independent woman I am today. I never would have learned my worth. So, in a strange way, I should thank Vanessa. She thought she was taking something from me, but really, she was giving me something. She was giving me the chance to find real love, real happiness, real peace. And that's worth more than any apology she could ever give. So, honey, if you take anything from my story, let it be this. When someone betrays you, don't let it break you. Let it build you. Let it teach you who deserves your love and who doesn't. Let it show you your own strength. And if that person comes back years later asking for help, you don't owe them anything. Not forgiveness, not kindness, not a second chance. You only owe yourself peace. And sometimes, peace means saying no. The end. Told by Eve, a woman who chose herself over family obligation and never looked back.